Cute. Alright, let me take one more bite before we start. Yummy. Hello everybody, this is Candyman Gamer, and welcome back to Let's Play Home, an indie horror game. I did not want to quit, so I don't remember what I was doing because I just went to work for like an hour. What does this say? The faded paper was yellow and dusty, but it had obviously been wiped off recently. Ooh. The shelf full of security tapes was strictly organized, though covered in dust. It looked like the tapes I found was the one that was missing from the shelf. I don't want to watch it yet, because I just remember what I was going to do. We're going to go up, back upstairs, and see if that ladder, since I got that guy's keys, will unlock that one locked door. There you go. Collection of stale liquor bottles covered the floor. The wall was littered with dozens of old faded papers. Whoever did this was obsessed with some local murders. According to some of the clippings, bodies have been found in ravines, the forest, and in one case dumped in the back of an abandoned truck. I couldn't be sure, but I thought of some of these same articles had also been pasted up in the back of those tunnels. A faded receipt was half trampled on the floor. It was from the local train station. It was for 2 tickets. I didn't know what you could use, what use it could be for, but did I keep the receipt? Yes, I did. I don't like that. I feel like this guy is gonna come kill me. Fuck! It did that on purpose. Fuck you guys. Not you guys, you guys. Bless me. There was a dusty VCR on the security desk. I wondered what was on that VHS. Did I play it? Did I have the tape? Yes, I did. It looked like there could have been 2 men. I couldn't stand to watch that video again. I wondered what was on the tape and why it was thrown out. Oh, there's the guy's body. His carcass! The other end of that ventilation shaft, whoever used it could have gotten past that flooded room with this. That soiled knife I carried my boot weighed heavily upon my mind as my leg ebbed with pain. As I made my way up the ladder, I thought again on that videotape. Who was it that didn't want to be seen? Was it the same person who hid all those newspaper clippings away in that locker room? Part of me almost wished I would never have found out. As I reached the top of the ladder, I found a latch above me and tactlessly popped it open. Suddenly I caught the unexpected dank scent of pine trees. I'm outside. I'm outside! Nothing's leading up to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so I can climb it. Do I extend the ladder? Yes. Popped the latch and brought the ladder down. This is the only way I can go. In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. I thought it was mine. Did I take it? Folded the wallet and returned it to my back pocket. It looked nice, nicked up somehow. Really worn. There weren't any cards or ID in it. I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least. Did I put this up here, or was somebody else carrying it? From the railing, I could see over the woods and down to the entrance of the sewers. Had I come through there before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me. Someone's gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. You saw those eyes? I saw eyes. Nope, come back there. Not happening. Screw you. Go this way first. I saw eyes. I saw eyes! This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but couldn't make them out. Here the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. Nope, fuck you. We're going back to that door, because it would look nicer. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to take a bite real quick. So we're going to keep you moving. We're going to open this door, and I'm going to take a bite. The old train station was quite quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit. And the sound of your loud footsteps. God, this guy's noisy. An old ticket booth that looked fairly ruined inside the ticket window with sheets of paper and wait. What were these? Train receipts? I thought the receipts I had picked up might match these, but of course not. This station had been closed for years. I think it must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher looking papers covered the tiny notes, scribbled in diagrams. Escape route. I got an achievement, I don't know how. I always feel like something's gonna happen. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing, coming back here? Bless me. I'm back outside. In the torn opening of that ruined train were heaps of dirt and stale water. At the bottom I thought I saw a scrap of cloth. As I looked closer I could see that it was definitely some kind of nylon, maybe a windbreaker, something other outdoor clothing. There was too much of a mess on the ground to see any kind of footprints, but someone or something had definitely trod a regular path. The wind was biting through my thin clothes, and I wasn't sure what else to make of this place. Okay, looks like I'm going back. Eyes. I keep seeing eyes. I don't know if they're of animals or of people. All I know is that they're eyes. Eyes. Eyes! Let's go. It's a me, Mario. Okay, looks like I'm not going that way. Looks like I'm going this way. What the what? Oh, that's a light. Wait a minute. Wait one moment. I went this way already, right? Yes, I did. Bloop. 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 Stupid phone. Keeps ringing. I seen you. I seen you too. We'll go this way. A dry old picnic table sat lonely amongst the trees. It had carvings and marks from years of previous campers. As I tried to read some of their names and remarks, I lay thumb to the knife I'd found. If I wanted to, I could have carved something on the table. Did I? With a few crude strokes, I etched a simple design into the wood. R and H. I felt like a teenager defacing the table. And in a cold-looking river, it wasn't sure if it was safe to cross like this. Did I cross? No. In that darkness, it didn't seem wise to try. Maybe there was another option. There should be another option, because he said it didn't seem safe. So because it didn't seem safe, I'm not going to do it. Kind of obvious. What if I go this way? No. There was a ring here. Traveled on the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and it was surprising to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if I was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take it back? Yes. I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too. Through the fence I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wonder if I could find my way around. Oh. So that doesn't let me in. Quiet, phone. If I go this way? What the hell was that? There was a fire pit there. It was still a bit warm. A few embers still burnt at the bottom. Was someone else out in those woods? Why did they abandon their campsite? The cheap dome's tent slept 2 people. I shone my flashlight inside and I could see some bedrolls, 2 backpacks and a cooler. You guys heard that little rustle though, right? You guys heard the rustle? What was this one? I hear you. There were some personal effects shoved back into the rocks. Wait, there was a notebook in there too. Did I read it? Yes. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after worn page of names and lists. None of it made much sense. The newspaper's newest page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Rachel. Her name was last on the list and had marks beside it in blue ink. Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, and Rose had also been crossed out, but these marks looked older and more faded. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Don't kill me, please. Okay, so I'm already there, so I gotta go back in here. Over one and back in. No, 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 no. I don't know what it says. I'm gonna die in here probably. Grammy's sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. There was a damp smelling plank leaning against the stall door. I might have been able to cross the river with it. Did I take it? Yes. The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me leads. I can almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what I mean. Blah, 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 blah. Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? Who puts metal doors between openings? As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the Autopath parts factory, where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. I hope it's just the wind. Nope, fuck this. Nope, not happening. I'd rather stay outside. I found the body of a security guard just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, Was this his flashlight? Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyways. I have to go in. Oh. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. The door was locked shut, and there was a little electric box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front door, closed for repair. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Which means I gotta go upstairs. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed that old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was from Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Oh, this is creepy as hell. The power panel looks like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Did I try again? The panel seemed to be working again. The open locker was stuffed with dirt, dirty work clothes, and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out. The face was unrecognizable. Something bad's gonna happen to me. Our old break table, the layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Or I'd been hastily boarded up. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. It's on. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yes, I did. So I took the hammer. I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take it? Yes, I did. There's the key card in my pocket. This is a pretty good game. I keep thinking something's gonna happen. This was my locker there in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up, though. I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. There was a mess of empty booze bottles. I wonder if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol in his place. I'm okay. I hear you. Go to hell. Fuck you. Go die in a hole. Power box looked like it was running again. I gotta go up again though, because I gotta use that key card thing. Oh, my eye. Let me see what time we're at. Doo 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 doo. There's some kind of ventilation hatch there. I jumped to the room. My leg hurt enough, I suppose, but I could see another option. No. If I was too chicken to dump down that broken ladder, why do it now? There had to be another way. course there's another way. There's always a fucking another way. My videos. Da -da -da -da. Bloop. Yeah, it's cold. I'll come over here. 20. We'll do it. We'll have 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. But I gotta take another bite because I'm hungry. I'll move away. Scratched out heavily and it was hard to make out. Did I try to read the letter? Yes. Most of the letters were violently scratched out. What it looked like to be was a ballpoint. Was what looked like to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was need to. Just don't. Drinking. Need. Norman. Who was Norman writing to? I stepped out of the factory, glad to be rid of its smell, of its memories. I could stop thinking about that room with the bottles in it. With that guard I found outside really drinking up there. Wait, was that guard I found outside really drinking up there? What about Norman, who had rooted through all those lockers? I couldn't tell where I was as I looked around, but I figured I needed to get to a road, get my bearings. Maybe Norman could help. His store wasn't that far from the turn-off of the factory, if I remember correctly. I totally hear that guy over there. Is following me? I hear him. Garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? Of course. I cleaned the card up as best as I could. It looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to have found my credit card. And now this. I took the card to my wallet next to my credit card. Of course I'm going to take my ID. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. It looked like it couldn't just pop it open. It needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Oh boy. What was this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. No, you didn't. Somehow I was too afraid to see what was up there for myself. Maybe it was for the best. Still plugging some indecipherable channel. Oh no, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been stabbed or something trying to get up. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? Yes. Wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think. What was I going to do? Quickly I closed Norman's eyes. So yeah, actually we're going to pull that. Watch me be the killer or something. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Inside the old cardboard box was a pile of clothes, photos, and even shoes. As I looked close, I realized they were Rachel's. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? Someone waiting for me? I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yes, you did. I found a hairpin amongst the rotted food and trash and pocketed it. I feel like it's gonna be like a huge twist. Alright, but anyway, guys, I got a whole bunch of new games. I got another pixelated horror game. I have Soma. I got Among the Sleep. As you saw, I have Layers of Fear. I will be playing that again today. Ooh, a coat. I wasn't entirely surprised to find this in here. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. I always wondered what happened to it, how long it had been there. There was a well-maintained gun cabinet. I didn't know how much about the guns, but it looked like he kept a few hunting rifles. I want one! Use the hairband to hair. Yeah, so do I. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and candy goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if I needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. That night continued to take horrible turns after horrible turn. It'd been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, but to find him like that, who could have done that to him? Seeing that dusty box of those old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I feel like I had only discovered more questions, no answers, but I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. And it's raining. Like he said. I'm going through all those doors. No way. I have to go through some of them. So we're going to go all the way back to the first door and go through that first door. I'm going to set this on my lap. This wasn't the right gate. This wasn't the right gate. This was the right gate. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. The neighborhood's local post box. The letter was sticking out. Rest in Norman. There was no return address. What? That's bull. She was cheating on me. I was expectant but also afraid. I mean, I'd be afraid. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and stained. I suspect the pyro was off. I remembered having breakfast here, on this very table. It was yesterday, or sometime before it. This might be the end of the game. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? It was locked from inside. I'm gonna go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here.
I mean, like, yeah.
I found the last missing piece of my wallet. The old photo of Rachel, and I stared back at me. She stared back at me, reminding me of better times. Didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Yes. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Stolen identity. On television, I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. It was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. This hurts my ears. Put this aside because I'm going to keep playing a little more before I do anything. The books were half mine and half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, it looks like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did. My wife's, Rachel's, suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in there. Did I open it? Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days' worth of clothes, some personal effects, and a train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. Am I the killer? Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't gotten around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. It seemed impractical at times, but it was part of what made the house a home. Okay. Okay, there's another door here. Rachel! Where's Rachel? My laptop had been left on, and only a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was an old website about the old water tower. There was a key on the top of my drawer desk. Did I take it? Yes, I did. Pocketed the key. Which goes to the basement, I want to say? Or if there's another way, if there's a way to go higher up, it could be to the, we can't go any higher up, so it's probably to the basement. Because it's not, definitely not to the front door. Definitely not. About 90% sure. Unlocked the basement. See, I told you. I called it. Cause watch, Rachel's gonna be dead down here, or she's gonna murder me. Moida. There was old Christmas decorations in the box. There was garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. Did I take? I know a dirty old. I took the small key and tried to remember what it was, what unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things were obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I put out divider walls last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck in. The drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something very heavy. Okay. I didn't know there was any more locked rooms. I checked the front door. Okay. It was like from the inside. You're inside! We're gonna be playing this for a while. Oh, no, we were already here. There was another locked room somewhere. I just don't remember where it was. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did someone break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Yes, there you go. I lifted the heavy crowbar. Appreciated its weight. You appreciated its weight. He appreciated his weight. You're fat and I like it. Thank you for being fat. I was already in here, wasn't I? Yes, I was. There's no other locked doors. No more locked doors. Oh, I did something nasty with my teeth. Wait a minute, what? I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure I wanted to. That's the bathroom. I don't want that. No. Wait, look at it again. The laptop was warm. It had been running for a while. Looks like I'm going downstairs to the front door. 'Cause there's no more locked doors. Wait, I went to the basement, right? Yes, I did. Are you... Oh, in the basement there's that door that I need to use the cart wire for, not the front door. Watch Rachel be in this. Where's Rachel? Rachel's gonna be down here. Don't look. I have to look. Blood. Don't look. Filthy looking pile of rags has been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what was laying within, but I knew I had to. I had to come this way. After all the searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally? Oh no. My hands trembled as I pulled back from the layers of clothes. There at the center, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised and all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. The knife I had carried all this way suddenly seemed like a poison. What had happened to Rachel? Who did this to you? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could have helped me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Grim discovery. Oh, there's something there. It was my wallet with its contents extracted. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking at it, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, the forest, the water tower was... I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But why does that mean? This is the old photo of that other man and his wife. I assumed I found it in the house. I recalled those faded remains. Yes, definitely. The odd tools in his house, the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. He killed them. How long was Rachel lying in the basement? Alright guys, well, I think we're gonna stop it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and smack that like button around or punch that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, go ahead and push around that share button and share it with somebody you think might like this video. But as always, I will see you dudes and dudettes in the next video. Sayonara.